What's going on? What's going on? Brutus here, bringing you the last Ain't Nobody. Last war recap. It was a tough one, tough loss. So let's take a look at that. A tiebreaker loss to a clan called Fire Nation, which props to them, man. They were good. 95 to 93.55%. It really, we lost the war. It was ours to give away, and I'll explain that here. If you look down, this was a 9-on-9 that we had. Unfortunately, Sarah didn't pull down the three that would have gave us the win. No disrespect to her. That's a hard thing to do. You have all the pressure, everybody watching. It's you can be the best attacker in the world, and Sarah's really great. But when you have that added pressure, everybody looking and stuff like that, things can get away from you. And unfortunately, there was another 99% from her. So I really feel for her on this. I've been there. In a matter of the last, I think, 2 hours, an hour of the war, you had the two extreme high and lows, right? So the first extreme high of with this 99% on 10. Oh, yeah, finally go. That's it. By the way, that failed on 10 also would have won it. So here we are. I almost got it, and all of a sudden you realize you missed a hut in the very bottom corner or something like that. So extreme high to extreme low at the very end, and with the last one here, and they failed on our nines. They really could have put us lead, but they didn't do it either, as you can see with 4 going against Engine. And 18 going against Engine again. They really took a swing there, and they had a lot of dips. But anyway, Sarah went in, and the last attack was over within the first 20 seconds. You guessed it, a misplaced jump, and that's all it takes. So I feel for it. Congratulations out to Fire Nation. What they did to us on our side was they doubled all our Town Hall 10s, even a Town Hall 11, but this one's actually a 10.5. There's no eagle. They did 72%, 55%, and 74%. They 3-starred all the Town Hall 9s except 1. And then on our side, we a little bit of the off war for Broemium. I can't say that. Broemium. Only getting 54% double, clearing the number 2. Town Hall 10 on Town Hall 10, and then another 54%, which was a cleanup. This actually was an 80%. I don't think that would have been enough to capture the win anyway. And then a 10 landing came in and got the deuce, and then we cleared all the 9s except these 2. And here's the ones that we were talking about: the 10 fail, and then the last one of the war. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's start off with PJ's Mini. PJ has a account that goes back and forth, if not is, in Karate Monkeys, which is a great clan. We've done a lot of when I was actively at Team WBT, we did a lot of fair play scrimmages with interclans that involve them. Cheese and Igba, I believe, is part of Invicta, that are also affiliated, if not have minis in Karate Monkeys. So he sends in here with his mini account that has been here since a Town Hall 8, so it was nice to watch him develop. Nice spread on the entry with golems. CC comes out, sending in the Valk's portion of his Vaho, brings a jump to give it access towards the other compartments in the middle, and heals them on the entry. And then he sends in his hog, sprinkling from the right hand side, because it looks like you got a nice little split there on his golems, if you notice that. So his queen is well protected, although she loves to shoot the walls, and that's what she's doing. And then he still continues on his main attacking force of his hogs. So just sprinkle him in here. Yes, it's not, this base design was a little bit different and not something that you commonly see at this level of Town Hall 9, which is why I wanted to include it. Yep, just sprinkle him in, keeping him under heal for the most part. He could have bagged this last heal if he really wanted to. I'm not quite sure if he does. As we go to ×2 here, because I got a few others to show you, he does bag it. Right on, buddy. So he bags a heal, also bags a queen ability. Great job, PJ. It was a nice raid, man. I also like that he kept his cleanup wizard right there. It's a good thing to keep. Always keep those cleanup troops. So we go to ×4, nothing but cleanup, and he turns on the lights in the CC. Alright, moving up some, we're going to take a look at Aventi, I think. I suck at pronouncing this. AV, we'll just call him that. I believe it's just a standard hobo. Yeah, this was, I believe Sarah was actually doing this attack, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe it was. So I believe this is Sarah's first attempt. Maybe it was, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But attempt at shattered hobo. I think she's babysitting AV's account. And that's another thing about Sarah. She had to do 2, 4, 6, 8 attacks within like a 4-hour period. I mean, that sounds to some like, oh, that's awesome, but when you're having an off day, that can be dreadful. And this, though, I love Sarah, so I would say this is an off day for her. She usually crushes it, and usually is the. I've done videos in the past where I'm like, she's beast mode because she can perform under pressure. So it is what it is. Nice entry here, guts the whole right side, sprinkles in the hogs from the left side. This was a fresh hit as well, if I'm not mistaken. Hogs, as you sprinkle them in like this, it mitigates the impact of all traps, really. You know, a single double giant bomb, if it only weakens 3 or 4 hogs, you can make the decision of maybe I'll hold the heal on that aspect and wait till they get to something more vulnerable, like what they at the end here. I do believe this was a fresh hit because it walked right through the DGB there. And yeah, these DGB placements were very odd. I felt like they placed these DGBs, most of these bases, to protect against bowlers that get into the core. There was one base in particular that did that. It was very effective. It just erased all the bowlers in the middle. So, so great job on, I'll just say AV, or whoever's attacking with AV. And I still believe it was Sarah, and it was the first time she was using bowlers in the CC. A little bit late to the party because they're the Shiat. They do take a little getting used to about pathing into, and then also the additional how they path once they're in the core. That does take some time and experience to get used to that. All right, so great job, AV. Let's keep moving up. I got to show engine, or else he will give me crap. No, the other reason is this was a clutch cleanup attack, and I really liked the way he funneled. So towards the end of the war, we got to a point where 9s needed help. Stuff happens, and we are teaching a bunch of people, and they're progressing well. So that's the only catch that we ask for our clannies that meet certain requirements. He put this. He had basically got to a point of the last 4 attacks you couldn't fail, so everybody had pressure on that. In order to pull out the win, we could just predict that this was going to come down to percentage, and we needed to get 57 stars, or 58 for that matter. All right, so if you see the dragons, baby dragons, I don't think enough people use them. Baby dragons are awesome funnelers. As he sends an HGHB on the left-hand side, clearing the top portion, all this trash on the right and left. These trashes, that's what you want in order to keep the bowlers inward for your HGHB. These trash buildings over here on the right is the funnel within the funnel, because that's what bowlers are going to lock onto. As you see that there's a separation here. The giants head towards the left where the defenses are, but the bowlers go to the nearest structure. That's why similar how the queen reacts. That's why there was a separation here that really helped him out, because he's got a mini tank up top, getting double the value of that healing his tanks of his giants and his BK, as he sends in his hogs here to erase those satellite defenses. Meanwhile, the healers are still behind his archer queen and his bowlers. Really nice job, really nice cleanup. Came at a crucial moment of the war towards the end that he couldn't fail anyway. Yeah, great war. We haven't had one of these in a while. So, great job, engine. He also has a mini at Axe You Something. They beat somebody significant recently, and I forgot who it was. But he has a miniature there, Wet Britches, which is an 8.5 with like 2023. It's just stupid. Yeah, I said that. 8.5 with 2023. Good lord. Alright, moving up some, and to end out the video, it's a fresh hit of, I get a lot of crap, people saying how come you don't show your Town Hall 10 attacks, and the reason why is, look at it, I got 2020 heroes at a Town Hall 10, rushed AF. reason why I don't show them, because it's nowhere near real 10 level. We're gonna break down this base real quick because their top 3 bases were all similar and no one hit it quite like this, and I wanted to explain why I did. So I see a lot of these bases where they have like this open section like this, mass bowlers, but you can't just send all the bowlers from 2 edges of the map, like here and here, put healers behind them, and then call it a day. It may look like that with the attacks you see on YouTube and things like that, but there's planning involved. So the planning I'm going to do for this is you gotta create a funnel. You gotta direct your bowlers inward. This is uncovered, so I'm going to put a baby dragon right here to create this part of the funnel, because I'm going to send my golem to hit this wall right here, and that's just out of range of this wizard tower. So I want my baby dragon to get the wizard tower, but I also, rather than using a loon, I'm scared if there's going to be traps here, and there ends up being a trap. And if there's a trap there, I wouldn't get that, and my funnel is just gone. And if you use 2 loons, you could get it, but I still have all this trash ring, because the loons don't get that. And I might as well use a baby dragon because I'm at the 10 troop space. So you'll see how I do that here. Baby dragon goes down first. I get a partial lure. I brought a hog just for the lure. Once I see that the baby dragon is safe on its way to accomplish its objective, I'm going to use an AQ walk portion on the right hand side here. And I waste the wizard, making I could have sworn she was going to circle the wrong way, but I ended up I placed her just in the right spot. If it was 1 tile up more, I think she circles the base going counterclockwise, and that would not have been good. So the healer's behind that. Most people use about 6 healers or something like that for, you know, healer on the bowler on the left side. What I decided to do is put it behind my golem, and you can see why. I can't express enough how underutilized this strategy is. Savage Ferdy, and I'm not going to make this video about you, buddy. He's really effective at doing that strategy. So I'm waiting. There's that trap I was talking about on the bottom left of the. Okay, it's a partial lure. I send in my hog. It didn't get the full lure. I just wait. I don't need to use a poison. Reason why you don't want to use a poison here is for skeletons in the middle, and the queen engagement as well. So as I put my golem down here, and just about 4 bowlers, they're going to break this part of the funnel. And so with this side gone because of the bounce, and this side gone, I'm going to put I counted tiles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is the length of a jump. If you put it right in the middle, tile 4, and this is actually what I'm memorizing before I attack, it'll get me access to this entire section. EQ is 8 tile space, jump is 7, so just count tiles and you'll get it. Alright, so I put a healer behind this this bad boy on the left. Look how much my golem would have died, how early it would have, if I didn't put 2 healers behind it. It takes for my bowlers to create the funnel. Now that we're coming inward, I'm going to send some wall breakers that do split on me, which is why I always bring more than enough to get into the wall. Now that funnel on the left side is complete, funnel on the right side is complete. Valk's scary moment could have erased all my freaking bowlers if I wasn't quick enough with that poison. What? Keep your eye on the golem and healer. Alright, so a jump on in gives me access to everything that I needed to. Freeze the first inferno, rage up the bowlers in the middle, freeze up this, which the healers step up into, freeze the back end inferno, bowlers erase everything. Another thing that's kind of nice about having healers behind your main attacking force in the middle is that they also take up streams and they're high hit points. I think they're like 1200 or something like that. So the bowlers in the middle are done, but look, the others have gone around the outside. They got healers keeping them up. I got an AQ walk in the middle going on and no threat of infernals anymore. But look, the healer is on the golemite now from the initial start of the left side of the funnel. My golem lasted 2.5 minutes, 1 golem, something like that. And because of that, I was able to get the 3, to get the trash buildings on the bottom left hand side while they were being distracted by that super golemite, and just 1 bowler on the bottom to help clean up the trash ring, and then the strong AQ that turned into the AQ walk to finish out the raid in the middle. I'm telling you, sometimes if the walk isn't the right angle because your healers will get picked off during that walk, You might want to look at how to put golems, healers behind golems, and walk the golem, not walk the golem, but put healers behind a golem. That sometimes, depending on the base layout, will give you a lot of bang for your buck. I'll show some other examples of that in the next One Hive war recap, because there was a lot of that going on. But that'll do it for this war recap. Congratulations to Fire Nation pulling down that win. We just couldn't put it down. It was a fun, exciting war. Once again, it was Brutus reminding you, got to be better than a double. And I'll check you next time.